Hmm. Okay, welcome. You really like trying to do a live show or live thing. I'm here. I'm live. See, you see me with the dragon right here. Hmm. So I can do this. I say welcome to my live stream. Um, First time doing something like this. Wondering how many people I've seen, what I've seen, and what I've known. There's no title to this, just a way of bringing something live. I'm hoping people will see me that I am actually live right now. It's been a while. So, what I'm doing is talking about certain things, how we see everything, how we literally enjoy our lives. How was everybody's Thanksgiving? Mine was pretty good. Got a chance to spend time with my family, which is really a good thing for me. Hmm. I this one just added one. I'm just doing a test. I'm just waiting for people to kind of join in if they want to join in. Get everybody a chance to come up and speak. Oh, wow. Hmm. Let's see if I see any people I've ran into. Hmm. Three. Shows me a lot of people. Still a lot of people are alive right now. And it's really interesting that I decided to do something like this right now. I decided to do something like this right now. I just paused my video because I'm just watching myself right now on my phone, and I'm also have it on my computer. Hmm. Let's see if I can change channel or change what it says. Raven's Place. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna worry about it now. I am just really intrigued. I see if I'm doing this. I'm doing this to myself. It's really interesting that you have this thing called where you can give yourself some hearts. I'm just wondering what is people been doing all this time. What is your Thanksgiving has been? Even though I just tested this out, which I am doing right now, I'm just also adding certain things that I like to talk about too. You can do full screen mode. Only is I don't think I like the blue in the background. Hmm. I just went on a couple of people's lives just recently. Chadio and then Alex didn't even recognize my name. I think he was using his phone. That's probably why he couldn't read the text. Because sometimes when you're on the phone, your texts are this small. It's not like you can deal with it. You can. I'm really wondering if people really see me that I'm actually live and having a dragon as my background. I can change it. Hmm. Hmm. Two people are watching. I wonder who's the second person really watching. I know. It gives you a certain amount of time to record until you decide that you want to pay for this stuff, for these type of streaming services. Which right now, I wish I could do, which I could pay. I wish I could pay for it, but I can't afford it right now. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's kind of interesting that I am trying my best. That says 0 people. Well, I'm not mad. I can do studio mode. Um, Sometimes you don't know if you have people really watching your program or your channel. Oh, hmm. Yeah, I'm still have 0 people watching. Actually, probably watching myself. mostly. Don't know if people are actually able to chat. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I gotta still learn to do this stuff anyway. I gotta do a little bit more live streams. Is there anyone out there? Please text me if you're watching. Tell me you're watching. I really can't force it. It's just that learning about this technology is really interesting. That you can learn so much and do the best you can about everything. Yeah, there are times I don't probably get anybody really watching me, or I could be watching myself. See, I showed you. I'm looking at a live thing. It's probably a little bit easier to split into. Ugh. This just an improv. Hmm. I don't know if we can edit the name. Logo, you can do browsing logos, you can do all this stuff. Hmm. I really do like watching other people's videos and stuff like that. I can mute or not mute. Hmm. I'm going to try something different now. I am seeing what people are doing right now, trying to figure out if people are willing to come and watch me or are they going to literally ignore it. Sometimes you have a live show and you turn down your microphone. When you're like watching yourself, you wonder why is it delayed on certain things? Like when you're looking at this. it's kind of intriguing that you have ideals and certain things that you try and do, and trying to figure out what's been going on. Supposed to have two people watching. I don't know who's really watching. I don't see any texts on my phone, or if I go and look on my computer, same thing. Two people could be watching. I wonder how do you like my backgrounds? Like, I am really intrigued. Thanksgiving has been yesterday. Everybody probably had some really good food to eat, celebrating Thanksgiving. Today is like something about Indigenous or Native Heritage Day. There's one fact. A lot of people think that a lot of people would think that, well, we're like living on a stolen land, which is not stolen, because there's no truth to it. And a lot of people say, well, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, if you understand history and you understand what prompt a lot of this stuff changes, you wonder why people are so upset, so angry, justifiably angry at certain times. Mm. Sometimes you try to figure out what what to do next, what to say to some people. We had a very interesting thing happen around the world too. I wonder if people realize how much in danger we are right now. That we're on the brink of a nuclear war. That one day we may end up waking up in a totally different world. How many people would realize that the dangers that we have been for so many years is coming to pass? Has been happening a long time. Most times we wonder what to do next. See, we we have to realize what we voted for. What kind of dangers are in right now? What's going to end up making people realize that what's really been going on for so many years is not always what it seems to be? You know, I don't know if we're going to have a Christmas this year. Predictions, things that are coming to pass, coming true. People don't want to know what has been really going on. People are willing to ignore the facts. Mm. I'm going to try something different. So I'm going to end this right now. I'm going to redo it again. And hopefully people can be able to come in and know that I am why I'm still around. I am not a person that you don't want to be messing with at times or saying things about. I don't hate people. I don't quietly understand why people don't want to recognize the facts that certain things are told in other channels about a person like me. Calling me names, calling me things like this, and never learn to understand that having a lot of things happen to you in your life, in your entire time that you have been on YouTube. Who is really watching me right now? I don't see anyone texting. Just says two people are watching me. Or is it I'm watching myself and another person is just watching me? I am not angry with some of these people. I'm not. I will hold grudges. But should I show hatred towards these people? No. They can say whatever they want. But what happens is that when you start saying something like this, remember you have to pay the consequences of what you say about somebody. I'm not attacking anyone in reality. I just am annoyed by these people who literally judges something that they don't realize that they have said things like this. Like a lot of things can end up backfiring on a lot of people. And as a as a Christian, believing in Jesus Christ, I will show you that you are wrong about certain things. See, I just see one person right now. It's just probably me watching myself. And I'm not saying that. I'm saying that a lot of times you got to literally speak out on certain things. You have to say things to get people to understand they're wrong. But when they're like closed minded, What can you do? What really can you do is that you can't really do anything about it because a lot of these people will have that grudge, will have that drama. And some people would call me names like a stalker online. When you literally lose a lot of friends, even on Facebook, and you've been creating more and more Facebook accounts, and you try to look up people that you've known on YouTube or in places like this, you wonder, you really wonder what prompt them to say things that they don't know, that quickly judges you. You know, it's like throwing a rock at a glass house. You hit it in the right spot, the whole entire house collapses of glass. But a lot of times people don't understand that not everything is what has been going on around here. You know, I've seen a lot of people I've recognized that are coming back on YouTube. And YouTube has been really filled with a lot of drama, a lot of things that have been happening right now. You cannot say certain things still today on YouTube because you can get your channel closed out or you get a strike. And you try to explain to people that when you have a constitution in the United States that gives you the right to say whatever you want, people don't understand what it really means to be an American. What rights we have in the United States. Yeah, you can't say fire in a theater, that's true. But when you literally have to stand up for yourself and saying, hey, you have to literally show what you've known. Hello, Captain. You literally have to explain to people that certain things that has happened to you and people don't really care about. And that's true. We live in a time where we can end up in a nuclear war with Russia and China, which a lot of these people have been pushing on us. And certain things that they want us to obey. And we can't really speak up for ourselves at times. When you have to fight. But sometimes you have to do it with dignity and respect for people. It angers me that a lot of people literally would would believe certain things and not literally see the reality of what they say and what they do. Ultimately, a lot of changes are going to end up happening sooner than later. Living in a real reality, living on time that anything can happen. Now, it says I have 3 people watching. I really wonder if you are out there, why aren't you saying something in the chat? Why aren't you speaking me on chat? You know, I'm not angry. I'm not angry. I really do enjoy people watching. It annoys me that people quickly judge a person based on something that they do not quietly understand that has been happening. You know, the real misinformation about certain things about people are not covered. But certain things you say on YouTube can get your channel blocked or even your channel closed. But then you have a lot of other people saying the exact same thing, and they still allow them to say it. When you're not able to say this, certain things about rights, and it goes against the actual Constitution of the United States of America, people's rights are being denied at times. Kind of angers me a bit. Yeah, I only have 3 people, 1 person now. And I'm just proud of watching myself. And a lot of people are literally coming to just say hi and just leave. That's fine. You can do that. You have a right to do that. But when you have to fight for what you believe in, no wonder people don't realize that everything that people say and do here, even on YouTube, best realize when you face the God of the Bible, everything you said can also be used against you in his court. A lot of people say, "Oh, that's not true. God is not going to judge a nation. God's not going to judge people." Then you're a big fool. To say there's no God, to say God is dead, to say anything like this, you best understand this and realize what you say can end up getting you at the very end. I see 2 thumbs up. Yeah. I guess I am just watching myself at this time. I can't tell people to come and watch my channel. To hear me rant, to hear me say things. That's, see, certain things that have been going on, even in our country, we do have the right to question everything. But then we have the right to say to these people, what right are you judging people for what you say about them? What gives you the right to say that certain things that people are trying to reach out to other people, even on social media? Heck, I wish the old days of YouTube could come back. But I think it's gone. And no, this is not misinformation about anything what I've said. Because one thing is going to end up happening is that a lot of times, a lot of people don't recognize what's going on in their own cities or their own places where they live. The real fascist people are the people that try and enforce regulations onto other people, are the ones that literally are telling a football team to change its name, like the Washington Redskins, to the Commanders, which a lot of these people don't realize the name Washington Redskins or the Redskin was an honorary to tribes. That's a football analogy. What are they going to try and demand that they change the Patriots name? They say one thing, they don't do the other thing. Because the Cleveland Indians, a baseball team, was another name that was an honor to the tribes. The Atlanta Braves never changed their name. Is this all misinformation? No. This is the fact that these people that literally are the liberal left wing groups that are pushing these agendas on us, that's telling us we don't know what we're talking about at times. But then you literally have to fight to say what you want to say. And certain things that you try to say, a lot of people don't understand what is really going on. And not understanding history itself. People who do not know history is doomed to repeat it over and over again. That's what's happening. Of the times that it literally comes around that we start losing more rights in the United States. And I thank God for one thing. Donald Trump became president, the 47th president of the United States. And then you have these people that literally want Joe Biden to resign so that Kamala Harris can become president, which is really, in a way, a lot of people don't understand the Constitution of the United States. That it's too late for him to resign. But they try and demand it. Which is going to end up backfiring. Because we'll stand against the real fascist groups. Because we'll speak up, in which we have the right to speak up against real fascism. And that's what these people are pushing. I like giving myself some hearts, but at certain times that I try to explain a lot of things, I know I'm going to probably end up losing this video because someone just probably already reported to YouTube. And YouTube don't realize this. They are actually in violation of all the Constitution of the United States for all this stuff. It doesn't matter if you're a small company. The Constitution overrides everything. I can stand out in a public place and say things I want to say and not be in prison. Try that in any other country. See how far you get. But then you literally have people that are literally saying that they want to get rid of the Electoral College. And the Electoral College says no two states can override the rest of the country. And that's why the Electoral College is still relevant today. It's nothing from the past. It means that our founding fathers knew this day would come. And that's why they put the Electoral College in the Constitution, that no two states can override the rest of the country or the people of the United States. You can say that's all misinformation. That's not true. No, it's very true. It's not misinformation. It's facts. And understand this. A person like me who understands history, who's seen what's been going on, knows that there will be a day, a reckoning, where a lot of you people will have to understand that whatever happens now and who you vote for, from your local mayor to your city council to your county to your governor, reflects on you. Reflects more on what you think this country will end up being like, or what you want this country to look like. I don't want to see that type of a country that literally says my rights are irrelevant. I'm hoping I'm going to still be around because I will fight like hell. I use my mouth. The weapon I use is the words that I know what's really going on in this whole entire country. And I see for myself. And I'm looking at how people treat each other right now. Right now. The ones that are being divided is the ones that literally hate this country. When people sworn off foreign, domestic, foreign enemies outside and even inside our country. The oath of the Constitution of the United States is very relevant about foreign and domestic enemies. When you literally have people that literally want to see this country destroyed or to get rid of the Electoral College or to tell people that they have no rights to say what they want to say. Best realize that one day there will be a world government. There will be a government that's not elected by the people. That I don't know how long this country is going to end up lasting because of people literally showing hatred towards this country, towards the American people. Calling the American people garbage. People who support Donald Trump, garbage. You know, I am going to say this right now, that I'm not afraid on speaking on my mind about everything, what I've known and what I've heard and what I've seen. I will say what I believe is correct. And what I know is what I know. And what I've seen is happening. And people are not willing to stand up against it. You hear all these lies about Donald Trump. Not one of these people could even produce any evidence of what crime he has committed. They would say he raped somebody. That's an allegation. You can think of this right now. Whatever you say right now, you'll end up facing music right now for what you do and say too. Because understand this, nothing is going to be hidden anymore. Everything is going to end up starting to come out further. And I'm not afraid of these people. I am not afraid of speaking my mind out. Trying to get people to understand the truth is not what it's always seems to be. Because you could say something and think it's true, but it's not always true. Right now, my biggest fear is that one day we'll end up waking up. This country will be judged by God. Face the reality on what you say and do. This has been Raven the Blackbird. I'm signing out. Good luck and peace.